What's up? Man, it's been a minute since I've posted anything on the channel. I really haven't had a lot going on to really make content and post up, so camping trip here and there, but really just hadn't felt like, uploading anything. But kind of felt like dropping some videos, and so figured this will be a really good time to maybe create some content and drop some stuff on the channel. So ultimately, over the next 10 months, I will be transitioning out of the military, retiring in December. And so with that comes kind of a process. It's not like you just show up and say you're retired and that's it. You kind of have about a year, at least for the Air Force, to kind of start getting your ducks in a row and whatnot as you prepare to retire and leave service. So for me, I'm about down to, 10 months. I kind of figured I'd just kind of start a series over these next 10 months. I'm going to try and do maybe like a weekly video, just kind of what's going on, things I'm, kind of proactively trying to get done or be on top of, just to kind of help me be prepared to retire from the military. So like right now, big thing I'm kind of focused on is finding a Skillbridge. So there's tons of information out there about Skillbridge. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but it just basically gives a service member the opportunity to go work for a company the last 180 days of service. So ultimately, the last 6 months, you can go work for an organization to learn skills, whatever it is, upskill, or just go into a career field you're already familiar with. But it's a really cool opportunity. It's been going for a few years now, and it's really gained steam. There's a lot of companies that are eligible, that have signed up to be host companies through Skillbridge. So right now for me, that's kind of where I'm at, is trying to find a company to Skillbridge with. For me, I'm ultimately trying to find a remote role, and then I'm trying to find something that has the potential to turn into permanent employment. There's some Skillbridges out there that just simply bring you on, upskill, maybe it's cyber, IT world. There's not a job guaranteed at the end or anything like that. It's simply there for the educational purpose. There's other organizations out there that, they try and bring you on, and when they bring you on, there's a position at the end that's going to be offered to you if the Skillbridge was successful for you and the company, of course, if you're a good match for one another, obviously. So that's kind of how that works, and that's kind of where I'm at, just trying to find something to Skillbridge, and like I said, trying to find something to ultimately turn into, my next career. That's kind of the big thing, though, was figuring out that next career piece for me. So about a year ago, the big buzzword for everyone getting out, especially ones people that have been around for a little while, is project management, getting your PMP certificate. So I kind of just dove into that. I really didn't dig into it too much. That's my own fault. I was like, oh, cool. This, surface level looked cool. I applied to be able to sit for my PMP, and my application was accepted. And so I was like, oh, if my application's accepted, because it's a pretty extensive process, lining up all the projects you've done. Like I think you can use the last 8 years, if I remember correctly. It's been a minute. But anyways, did all that. So I was like, oh yeah, if I'm can sit for the exam, this must be something that is up my alley, or at least I have the skills for, right? Well, I did that, and I kind of studied a little bit, but then I had the opportunity to a week-long class. So I did that, and after that, I just was like, maybe this really isn't something I want to do. And so I've kind of pulled away from that. And so now I'm kind of looking more in the HR world, the people world. My bachelor's degree is in organizational management. And so I'm kind of like, maybe I should lean on that a little bit. And that is kind of where I've spent more of my time the last few years, is kind of more working and helping, the people of an organization. And I think that's kind of where I want to be. So that's ultimately what I'm trying to find a Skillbridge in, is the HR people world. So we'll see what happens with that. So I'll kind of keep updated, on the weekly check-ins or whatever I'm going to call them. I don't really know yet. We'll see how it all goes. But yeah, ultimately, I just kind of wanted to get back in the groove of kind of making some content, posting on the channel. I figured this might provide a good opportunity for me to do that over the next 10 months. So we'll see how long we stick with it. I'm kind of hoping maybe to do like a weekly video, kind of like Sunday nights, have it ready, posted, whatever. Just kind of talk about what, I kind of focused on that week for my transition and all that stuff. So there's a lot, that's going to go into it. So I'm going to cover a lot of topics, throughout the weeks. Hopefully, if this is something you're interested in, maybe you're someone that's already transitioned, you've got some good information I can use, post it in the comments. If you're someone that, is going to be doing this in the next few years or whatever, and you kind of want to follow along and see what I did and the ins and outs of it and whatever, again, subscribe, like the video, hang around. Like I said, I'll try and keep you all updated on Sundays probably. Just kind of whether it be job related, Veterans Affairs related, just whatever, I can kind of think of, whatever kind of happens that week that I worked on. I'll just kind of sit down, have a little, 10, 15 minute chat with the camera, post it up, and maybe some people like to comment. Hopefully it benefits someone. That's the idea, is I want to be able to benefit the veteran community in a way. So hopefully whatever I'm able to talk about each week provides some value to your life in some way. And if none of that applies to you and you just want to swing by for the video, sweet. I appreciate that as well. But yeah, that's really all I got for right now. I'm going to try and do this every Sunday, so we'll see how it goes. If you got a topic you think I should cover or whatever, something I need to look into, drop a comment. I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Y'all have a good week.